Wait, how did we start it last time?
What do you mean last time?
How did we start it normally?
How did we...
Yo, what's up? Welcome to the Carpet Talk Podcast. I'm your host, Nick.
I'm Matt.
Welcome to Season 2.5. The writer's strike is over.
Yeah, we hashed that out with the union, and now we can bring you the regularly scheduled content.
Put some respect on this name.
Put some respect on the Mouth Market Incorporated brand name, our publishing.
So what have you been up to since this last episode I think we had with Peter many months ago?
Was that before FamFest?
That was in May.
May,
I think it was right
June,
before my...
Yeah.
It's been like almost 8 months.
So
I had to blow the dust out of the microphone.
Oh my god.
First, and yeah.
Brush it off, get all the crusty bits off the keyboard.
But it's been a busy few months though for you and I.
Well, yeah. I mean, shit, we've done
a band of mine broke up. A new band started.
Yeah.
A drummer left. A bass player left. A guitar player left.
New
ones came.
Drummer left now, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you're
But we got a new one.
Oh, dude, did you?
This is the first time we're talking about it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
what?
So Armory?
Yeah.
Their drummer, Matt?
Yeah.
Is now the new drummer in Freeze.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
you
he shreds
for
it.
Matt's. Me.
Yeah.
Your drummers.
Old drummer's name is... I didn't have to change the bio on the Facebook. Matt is still the drummer. Just
there you go.
A new Matt.
Just a new one. Nobody.
And dude, so he came to the first jam
Mm-hmm.
the day after he hit me up to see if we would be down with a notebook full of notes of all the drum parts.
Stop it.
I've never been so impressed musically jamming with someone in my life.
He had a note. What did the fucking note say?
It was like slam part, blast beat bell part. It was like all the songs written out.
I see you have the dum 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 right there. Very good note taking. Very good.
Yeah, it was. So we kind of offered them the position on the spot.
I always thought that was a weird thing about, I guess, I don't know if it's all drummers or some drummers, but articulating what's supposed to happen. Like Corey will do that, like when he's talking to like David Adler or something, and they're talking back and forth that they're no, it has to be a da dum da dum da dum da dum.
Right.
It's just a strange language all its own.
Yeah, and he came by and jammed and played it better than the original drummer.
Oh, stop.
So,
I mean, it's interesting to see how that'll fit. That changes your dynamic any way you slice it. When you add a new person into a group that's already... Well, I mean, you had... what's your guitarist name?
New guitarist?
Yes.
Dan.
So, I mean... I'm sure it's the same way for Dan or anybody else. You see a different interaction among your band and hope it's a positive.
It's weird. It's the morale changes. Not that morale was bad with other people in the band. It just kind of takes it in a different direction. Like, hanging out with new friends. Compare it to like an old friend.
Yes. It's the 1 month yippies. For the first month of any relationship or I'm sure band, it's like the honeymoon phase. Woo! Ooh, you're new and exciting. What do you do?
Dude, our new guitar player, Dan, could spit in my... I said this the other day at practice. He could spit in my face, fuck my wife, and burn my house down. I would so love him to death. I love this dude.
I first met him, actually, when we went down to Atlantic City. That's a debacle. There's a segue. So, with new bandmates and
that was
such,
his first show.
That was his first show, and that was the first time of me meeting him. Those of you who may not know or didn't care to come down to AC and have a fucking baller of a time, the Freeze package went down to Atlantic City. And where did you play? What was that bar?
I think it was called Proud Mary's.
It was right
off the strip of Atlantic City, and so it was, yeah.
So, again, we went down there.
We played, got drunk.
Got drunk as hell.
Got back to the Airbnb, which was a town over, 5 minutes away.
Well, you're skipping whole giant chunks of this ordeal. First off, the Airbnb only had 2 actual rooms with beds. The rest of this was based like a small studio apartment. It was It was just like a couch, a TV, your kitchen island, a small kitchen table with like 2 chairs.
Yeah, man, it's a shore house.
It's a shore house, but you had a lot of muzz up in there. Like, you have all of Freeze, you had me, you have Freeze's love interest, so Ellen and Ellie and all this nonsense. Then, who else came down for that?
Half of other Matt's band.
Yeah, you had...
Hot Gospel, Myself, and Mirrors.
Yeah.
And
then you had...
Justin just makes too much money to even say, so he was just like, let's just take a limo. No, but you and Dom dipped.
Oh, no, Dom is a master of this.
You missed out on the limo.
Fucking, what do you mean missed out on the limo? Dom was like, hey, are we going to go outside and smoke that? And yeah, absolutely we are. And then Uber pulls up. He's like, all right, ready to go? I was like, what about the rest of it? Nah, I want to go to the casino. So me and Dom hop into that, get into the casino, and just wander around, like get our cards and whatnot, and just take in the weirdness. Because that was probably at what? It was late. It was like 10, 11-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when you start to notice that it's only like really, really drunk people. Because I feel like party time starts at like 9 o'clock in Atlantic City. That's when people are starting to throw them back. And if you're not on cocaine, you've already gone to bed. So like you've just got the oddballs running around the casino. And what one did we go to? We went to like the Golden Nugget and Bolly's, which are some...
I don't know. I can't tell you which one we went to, but it was my first casino experience.
Did you see the rodeo going on?
I wanted the cowboy hat. I wanted to find a cowboy hat.
I wanted to.
I never got that free drink. You said that was free.
What? I said there.
You don't remember that?
Mouthy.
We were playing slots.
I love the slots.
And then you were like, you can just order a free drink. And I was like, are you sure it's free? You don't got to win or anything? Or I was like sketching about paying them because I didn't have any cash.
That is the official part of Atlantic City, of why you would even venture all the way down there to gamble when you could just go gamble in like, Sugar House or Valley Forge or whatever. That's the draw of like Atlantic City. You go down there and they just want you to keep gambling. They have no problem.
I never got that free drink, and I was kind of upset.
You have to sit there for a minute.
We were there for like 10 minutes.
Like, if you're at table games, though, because those are so quick, like, they specifically make it that you're not going to get that drink right away. That's why you order one immediately. Sit down at the machine, order a drink, and then do whatever the fuck else you're going to do. But table games, like the cocktail waitress comes maybe every 15, 20 minutes because you're throwing down hands of blackjack. That's $15 every, like, if it's late at night, in the middle of gambling and whatnot, it's $15 a hand. You're a minimum. So they want you to stay there and keep putting that $15 down, and if you are hammered up, you are totally going to stay there.
Yeah, it wasn't about it. I do want to try the Sugar House one in Philly. To see what that's like. And then just stop.
How much did you go into the casino with?
$400.
Are you serious? How much did you play with?
$12. I didn't really want to play anything because I didn't really care for it.
You just
I just threw like ones in just to see what would happen. But Chris won like $300 maybe. No, his girlfriend won like $150.
Oh yeah, that's like sitting with fucking Rain Man at the roulette table. That man has a system. He's like, yeah, put it on. Hold on, it's been hitting. You just see him do this math in his head. It's like, yeah, it's been hitting on the black 4 times. The table's hot on black right now. 50 on black, and he doubles it up.
Seeing Chris calculate and turn into a robot is amazing.
Oh, rewind. Before we were ever in the casino, I witnessed an act of vigilantism from
the whole show was vigilantism.
So,
dude.
Fuck
that guy.
As soon as the show was over and we walked out or whatever, the promoter was standing out front with his phone in his hand, and some basic ass bitch just came over and smacked his phone out of this man's paws.
And it was his birthday.
It was his birthday! Like, happy birthday, bitch! Boom! Smacked the phone out of his hands. It shatters.
And didn't you throw a bottle at her, or Chris?
No, I was witness. So Chris and Ellen witnessed this. And they're, like, visibly, like, disgusted. And they're like, that's fucking dumb. Why did you do that? And, like, we're walking back we're about to go back to the Airbnb so we can get that whole limousine debacle and go gambling. So this girl is walking in front of us by maybe, like, 10 steps within earshot. And Ellen and Chris are like, that was a shitty thing to do, wasn't it? Yeah, like, they're talking back and forth real fucking loud. So they're real pissed off about this. So we get in the car. and they realize that they're only like 1 or 2 cars back, and they're kind of hanging out by their trunk doing whatever. So as soon as we pull out of the spot, Chris is like to Ellen, look, there's got to be something around here. Like they're shuffling through and they're looking. They're like, we got to throw something. And I'm like in the back, like what? What's going on?
Did you drive with them?
Yeah, That's how I got back to the Airbnb. So
Okay.
they're shuffling through like stuff on the floor of the car and they're looking around. And finally, they get a hold of this half-gallon of tea, right? And it's about 3/4 of the way full. They're driving around the block and they're like, hell yeah, this is going out the window. So they go all the way around the block, come back around, like swerve around a car, and rolls down the window, and Chris has this and just hoists it all the way over his head, over the roof of the car at these 2 women standing there. And I'm telling you, if it was an inch to the right, it would have struck her in the dome. But unfortunately, or fortunately, however you look at it, it hit the like van or like the back of the car behind her and just exploded and must have gotten them all covered in like I'm sure week old Funkadelic tea. But it was heartwarming. Like I don't know if that gentleman knew that his phone got avenged in some way, shape, or form, but cosmically it happened.
I kind of shook his pockets for his lunch money
Oh my
to get
God.
paid that night.
Dude,
It was his birthday too, but he was like, "I'll pay you guys."
yeah.
Tried to dip out on it.
Tried. Maybe that's why his phone got smacked. She was from a local band.
No. and then some other guy walks in, and I'm like, "Yo, that guy's in this band. You remember that band?" And you were like, "Yeah, no, fuck that band," and just walked out.
Oh, yeah, because you tried to set me up on like something that you know I'm going to say. Unfortunately, believe it or not, if I don't like your band, I will fucking make that noted, because not every band's my taste, and that's maybe subjective, whatever you want to call it, but that's my opinion, and by God, I'm entitled to it. So you prey upon that with what? Was that dude in that band at one point?
No, he like is in that band.
Yeah. Unfortunately for him, you set him up for that smack in the face. Yeah, no, that band sucks. And fuck that redheaded fucking, what is he? Fucking guitarist?
I don't know.
Yeah. Look, it's not a shit-talking podcast. Wipe the floor. But, either way, you abused that. You know what? What's worse than that is at New Year's, I have what I like to call...
Did you go... Wait, how did you spend New Year's?
I went over to Corey's... Well, I went with Corey. Corey told me to come to David Adler's house.
Yes, I was invited, and I had prior plans. But I had there was a freeze fest going on, and how was Corey's thing? Was it anything eventful?
I don't think that's necessarily Corey's. I think it's David's party.
It turned into Dave's thing, but it's Corey's thing.
God. It's
Corey's shtick.
It is Corey's shtick. I will say that. But it was interesting. It was fun or whatever, and I had a good time. You know, we do intermission and all that nonsense.
Yeah. So talking about New Year's, let's do a reverse back and kind of do a year in review of 2018. Ready? 2018 sucked. All right. So now that we got that out of the way, anything that stood out that you want to talk about, or because it's been a minute since we kind of talked about anything on this.
Yeah, well, when we last left off, we had done Peter, which was right before he was doing...
Right before they put out the album.
That was before they put out the album. I think that was before Coal Fest, wasn't it, as a matter of fact?
I don't know.
That was. We went to see Coal Fest after that, where Snake Charmer played and whatnot. KO played. Then FanFest happened, I think. FanFest was a fucking debacle. That was an awesome time. That was a bigger production, I would say.
You went to the one before that, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, okay. You went to all three, or just the one? Or the two?
The first FanFest? I went to 2 days.
The days, okay.
This past one, I went to all 3 days. And very interesting. Very interesting to see. It's a hell of a production. I think Dom puts a lot of time into it, which is awesome, and it shows. And it's also progressed. You could, if you put them side by side, I think the quality of product you got from the first to the second FanFest was considerably better. And that's all you can ask from anything, is if you're going to give me something, hopefully it's better than what you've already given. You know what I mean? In some way, shape, or form. And so that was a lot of fun. I got to go to see the Descendants this past year with Peter, actually. I got to see them, and that was really cool. That was because I'd never been to the Fillmore before.
Oh, that's my favorite venue. One of my
Really?
favorite venues in Philly. Yeah,
I had-
one of them.
I had never been to that.
Did you go to the Foundry or the Fillmore? Big one or small one?
I guess. Well, it was. No, it was. It was a Fillmore. It was a Fillmore because
Okay.
Foundry's upstairs.
Yeah.
I saw Counterparts at the Foundry. Also a first this year. I saw
Okay.
Counterparts. But so going to see, for those of you who may be ignorant to some of the classic punk out there, the Descendants, older punk band, were coming through, and Peter hit me up and was like, "Hey, want to go to this? I have a ticket." I said, "Absolutely, love to see it." It was it was Descendants and Smoking Popes, and those were the two big names or whatever. But what was nifty was, I don't know if you know, before Henry Rollins joined Black Flag, that was originally a 4-piece, 3-piece. I think. Either way, the guitarist was the lead singer, and he backed off of that, and Henry Rollins took into that. He was there, the guitarist, along with the drummer, and they did Six Pack and Rise Above.
Oh man.
Yeah, I was pretty with two of the original members, and then the lead singer of the Descendants came out, and they filled in the rest of but I thought that was pretty cool. I wasn't expecting
How was the
that.
crowd like there? Was it kind of weird?
It was
old
this
punk heads.
weird, interesting mix. Well, because
Did it smell like PBR?
Absolutely. Smelled like PBR and safety pins and such. But it was
You could smell the oi.
you could smell the oi thick in the air. But it was a really mixed bag, man. It wasn't... you would expect for an older band like that to have a strictly, aged crowd. You know what I mean? And that might be true of a lot of other genres, but I think in any type of distorted metal and punk, there's a real nostalgia and embrace of the past of that music. I don't think you're not going to find as many people today in a lot of other genres that go back so heavily and enjoy it just as much, where it's not as it's not I wouldn't say it's nostalgia. It's not oh, look at how it used to be. It's man, this is cool. I want to expand upon this. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it was a really there was a lot of young people, a lot of older people too. They were kind of in the back, but it was really nifty to see. Got to see Counterparts for the first time.
Yeah, great band.
Yeah, same instance, was hit up with a ticket. Shout out, Peter. Fucking I've never been heavy into Counterparts because I've never had anybody particularly sit me down and be like, hey, these are a handful of really good songs, or this is a really good album to listen to if you want to get a crux or whatever of Counterparts. And seeing them live, I think because when a band puts together a live set, they're kind of putting forth not their best, but what is going to give them the best show.
Mm.
Get a reaction out of that crowd, and it was really cool. I got a much greater appreciation and actually a basis to build upon after seeing them live and seeing them put on a really good live show to go further into their discography. But those were two of the more memorable ones at the moment. Aside from we went to Atlantic City, that's a hell of a good time, gambling and such. And I'm sure something else will come to me later as we progress. What, you got any big sore thumbs sticking out? 2018.
Is a sore thumb a bad thing, or is it a thing that?
Well, I mean, just anything sticking out to you particularly that is worth mentioning, a milestones or anything that's big.
I got a promotion in my job.
Yeet.
Changed stores.
Nice.
It's fun stuff. Went to Bam Margera's house.
How was that?
Insane. It was impossible to skate because a lot of the pros, I guess not pros, but a lot of the better ones were there.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just I'll just let you do your thing.
I'm not gonna
I'm
ollie
not gonna
right
try
now
to embarrass
while
myself and
you,
try to
you
do
know,
this.
He'll flip over some shit.
There was Danny Way was there. I don't know if you're familiar with that name. So basically the owner of DC Shoes, I think now he owns DC Shoes.
Ah,
Incredible skateboarder, first one to
Yeah.
do the mega ramp.
true.
Bam was there. It was someone jumped out of the ceiling. You see that video?
I did see that.
Woobly was there. Everyone was there. Oh, not everyone, but a lot of people were there. John Crossing somehow measled his way inside.
Really?
He just found his way. His house was on lockdown, basically.
Oh, I'm sure.
Somehow the kid just found himself inside his house.
He has teleportation and no one knows it.
Yeah. So that was cool. Played some fun shows. Did a little weekender with Guerrilla Warfare and Fever War and Dead Culture. That was fun. Dead Culture weren't really on the weekender. They just happened to be playing every other day that we were on it. But
Electric
shout
Halloween.
out to Electric Halloween.
Electric Halloween.
That was a thing. It's
So
this might be a bomb. No one's gonna listen to this, but
doesn't matter.
this upcoming one's gonna have a wrestling ring with a bunch of wrestlers.
There's another. Are you playing it, please?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I guess I'm under a contract.
Is that Jose's?
It's Jose's thing.
But how does that come about? Did he just find that property, that winery?
Dude, I don't know. We gotta. That'd be a cool guest to have on.
A great guest.
Because he'll talk his ass off about himself, so we can.
Yeah,
that'd be fun.
Expand upon that. Well, that's an interesting ordeal, because I'll tell you what, that was not to me.
I wasn't expecting it to be like that.
No.
Did you see the interview that came out?
No, I didn't
Freeze
put myself,
interview.
because I was standing
You were
on
there.
the side
I'm just saying.
of it.
Yeah, the interview came out.
Watching that dumpster fire go down.
I thought it was gonna be rougher than it was.
Rougher than it was.
I feel like I was just making fun of the guy the whole time, but it didn't come out like that.
Um,
Nor did I try to make fun of him. It just happens. Happens when I'm nervous.
I turn into a condescending prick when I'm nervous.
I turn into a bully when I'm nervous. Are you cold?
No. I'm just
It's chilly down
nervous
here.
tick, man.
Nervous? Are you nervous? Season 2.5?
Season 2.5 generous. I don't know how to podcast anymore.
Writer strike making you a little nervous?
Yeah, I don't want to upset the writers again.
That was a rough few months. Not being able to talk about things, so we save it for the episode.
And then every time I call you, it's like, wow, we can't talk about that. We gotta podcast it. But as that was really, really a good and well put together event. I felt there was plenty of varieties of food, different trucks and whatnot. I mean, the camping situation, there was just
Did you camp?
Temp City.
Did you camp?
Hell no. Absolutely not.
Yeah, no, I wasn't gonna camp.
I brought Woobly, and we weren't camping up there, but we were gonna go up for the day to see you and Ko and do that whole thing. It was really good, and the winery. Shout out to whoever that vineyard was, but they had on deck just the sangria and the grape wine tasted like grape soda, and I had like a bottle and a half of that. Whew. Oh my god. And you just see people walking around with whole bottles of wine.
Yeah, apparently we got every member got a wine bottle. I didn't get mine.
Oh, you should have.
Don probably took it.
Probably. But that was a really good, and the stages, the outdoor
Dude, it was
stage,
outdoor stage was cool. Inside stage was
great.
like fucking Ozfest 2006.
See, that's the unfortunate thing about outdoor stages like that. The Harkening had played on the outdoor stage, and
Got robbed.
I'm
gonna go out on a limb and say they got robbed.
Yeah, because it's not.
They're a Halloween band. They should have been at the.
They should have been inside. But the thing about it is, if you've ever seen the Harkening, that's a production. That's a stage. You got stuff to look at. There's things going on, and more importantly, I think it relies very much on an ambiance. You have to have that bass boom echoing off walls in order to kind of get really across. When you're doing all that wild stuff, you want to have the wild music behind you. When it's out in the open like that, that wholesomeness of sound is
doesn't
lost.
Translate.
No, but that's with any band is going to sound considerably different on an outdoor stage.
The one band called Out of the Beardscape, I think they're called. No one else saw them but me. I just found myself there.
I just found myself in front of these gentlemen playing
music. It was
music.
like the John Travolta meme, and he's just like out of Pulp Fiction. He's just in there.
Yeah.
Incredible band, like this prog jazz. It's like Dream Theater met like Panera Rock, with it was crazy. I'll show you them, but it was insane. Everyone was dancing. Everyone was just tripping. It was one of those bands.
It was an interesting mix of people, and
it was a rave going on.
Yeah.
And the rock show on the other side.
Yep. The indoor stage was a thing. It was just in a barn, and it was a great time. I would absolutely recommend it to anybody looking for something fun to do in the next upcoming October. Definitely look into Electric Halloween. I don't think
was it in November?
Was it?
Was it after Halloween or before? I think it was
right. Either before or after. I think it was right after.
I forget.
I can't quite recall. But
we were juggalos.
Yes, you were. By God, you were.
So
When's Freeze playing The Gathering?
dude, I want to play The Gathering so bad.
I'll
I feel like
go to The Gathering for that.
I feel like now we can because we have a Crybaby. We have 2 Crybabies out of the band now, so everyone would be about it now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now everyone will be able to paint their face.
Yeah. You played a Trap House show?
Dude, we played a Trap House show.
An undisclosed...
undisclosed person. I don't want to say member of any gangs, but flashed a gun. I don't know if you heard about that.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I was there.
I never showed up to a show, set my shit up, and left so early in my life. I put my jacket on.
So this undisclosed location in South Philadelphia, I had gone to see Snake Charmer there previously before Freeze had played. And let me explain something to you. If you don't know, I guess South Philly has its own set of rules, I guess, because
there's different ways in South Philly, though.
It's just fucking...
It's not the Italian South Philly neighborhood. It's the other side.
Well, whatever side we were on, you can apparently have a local show in the living room of a row home with the fucking door open and
with a family living upstairs.
With a family living upstairs with a child crying. The bops will roll by, look at you, and then just keep on pedaling. Like, it was astonishing. When I was there the first time, the whole time I'm just there, and it was like it was skeleton fam crew. So there's only a couple people that I like regularly know, right? And you just look around and it's like, what the fuck is going on? Why is no one calling? Like, when they were unloading gear, they would have a car pull up behind that was not obviously affiliated with our little party going on, and they would just lay on the horn. Anywhere else in the world, for the amount of time that this lady was sitting in the middle of the street yelling out of her driver's side window, laying on the horn, the boys would be there. Not here. Like, when you had your show, the cops...
Meanwhile, the street is like the width of the size of a couch.
Oh my god. You could not get anything other than, like, a small sedan down there. God forbid you tried to get an actual van. Like,
somehow people did it. Somehow there was a van parked right up the street from it.
Before you even got there, before I even got there, apparently somebody got their shit kicked in. Like, South Philadelphia. Weird place. 100% would recommend. It's definitely worth the story. Last time I was there, I saw somebody almost got beaten up because he's in the pit, which I don't know if you've ever seen a pit in a living room. Not a lot of space, so it's really quite small.
During who? Snake Charmer?
Yeah. We turned off the goddamn lights, and all I see is this the cherry of a blunt go flying across the room, and this man was not happy. He was not happy at all and just wanted to grip up everybody. It was a debacle. But that's, I guess, what happens when you have a house show. Things are a little interesting. Not really a lot of security there.
No security there.
That happened. I'm trying to think where else. Anything else interesting of 2018?
Trump's still president.
Dun
dun dun.
Government shutdown. My relationship ended.
The Eagles won the fucking Super Bowl. Birds. Grow birds.
That was before.
Was it?
Yeah, you smack ass.
I feel like that was in January. That was early year, bro.
Yeah, but that's not year in review since we've done podcasts.
Oh, true. Well, it's still 2018.
Fair enough. Yeah, that happened. Let's ride that wave. Not that I really care. Did go down to the parade, though. That was.
Were you scared for your life? I didn't go down.
What?
I didn't go down.
Well, I called my dad and asked him. I was like, Dad, should I go down to this? I don't really care about football. You know I don't give a fuck.
Well, did you go down when the Phillies won?
No.
Oh.
I wasn't available to do such a thing at that point, I don't think. But I took off just in case we did win because I want to go see something get lit on fire. So I tried to do that. But I went down to that. Can we talk about the bass? Let's talk
about this bass we're looking at.
Because that's a 2018 find. I was working in Upper Darby, and I happened to see a wood-grained guitar, sitting next to a pilot or a row of garbage cans. At the time, that's when you were in Tala and had just gotten the... Who were you sponsored by for a minute there? Schecter. And they gave you that wood-grained guitar.
Yeah.
So the idea was, in my mind, we would troll the whole world and show Malfi smashing a wood-grained guitar as if it was the one that he just got from Schecter. Thought it would be a hilarious idea. Turns out it's a half-decent bass when I sent you the picture. And now we have it sitting here, which is going to
it's going to go through a transformation.
So, like, what qualifies exactly as a good or bad guitar?
You're asking the wrong person.
What do you mean? You're a fucking musician.
Yeah, but I'll like something that's made out of sticks. I don't really have a preference.
Fair.
You know, I'm pretty punk rock the way I do my instruments.
How much time do you think in total you'll have to invest into it to get to a working level?
Decent amount of time.
What the fuck is a decent amount? Like
less than $200.
That's money, not time.
Money is time. Time is money.
Time is money.
I don't know, just throw some new strings on her. Take those weed stickers off of it.
Yeah, that's I don't know who covered that up with weed stickers.
Just tighten everything up and let her rip.
I have faith in it. I prefer, of all, if I was ever going to learn an instrument, bass would be it. Divides that little weird line with percussion and whatnot. It's like, there's only what? 4 strings? Come on.
Yeah.
How hard can it be? You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
It's only 4 strings.
Speaking of making things new, I kind of want to bring a new face to this podcast.
Oh, Christ.
We've been neglecting it.
Oh, wait. Oh, I thought
crying.
I thought you were going to replace me.
No! I'm replacing you with Rob. I'm replacing you with Rob.
My downsizing broadcast live on the season 2.5.
We can't afford you anymore.
We can't afford you. That came with the writer's strike. There can only be one host. They want big.
No, not like that. Like we gotta. I don't know. I want to pay more attention to it. Kind of do some more episodes. Not one every 8 months.
We've made the carpet talk our side chick. We call it up at 2 a.m. We're like, "What are you doing?" It's like, "Come through."
Send pic.
We do send pic. We do one, and then we just walk away. We leave it on red for months. And here we are.
But it's always available.
But it's always available, and that's what it is. We need to, you know what? We need to put a ring on it or get the fuck out of the game.
I don't know if I'm ready to commit that much yet.
Let's not rush it in 2019.
I don't want to rush it.
With big commitments. Oh my god.
I want to take things easy, not slow.
Not slow. Just
but, you know,
easy.
I gotta get a new computer, some new mics.
True.
You know, we gotta get our own mic. We gotta use those little Johns over there.
I know. If for those of you out in listening land, we share a microphone in the center of both of us, and as nice as that is, it'd be just so much more official, wouldn't it?
I don't know. Fake it till you make it.
Yeah, 100%. They don't know what goes on out there.
No. So you want to kind of go over what some things we're listening to lately, or nah?
I mean, coming out of 2018?
I guess so, or anything lately. We've just been bumping.
I will say, I mean, so I have bumped heavily. I did go to my first rap, concert, rap hip-hop concert. I saw Juice WRLD.
He's playing Coachella.
Is he?
Yeah.
Really?
Apparently.
Get the fuck out. All the white bitches will see him. It'll be wonderful.
He's playing with Turnstile.
Get the fuck out. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I got to see that at District 9, which was a good time. And I had to say, as far as Juice WRLD is concerned, I was very, very impressed. Because in the beginning, in the middle of a song, and one of his more popular songs, I believe he was playing Lucid Dreams at the time, the audio and his playback from his DJ cut out. So it was just him. And he was like, fuck it! We're going to finish it a cappella, baby! And sung the song a cappella. And I don't know if it's me, just my preconceived notion of what I expected, but I really, when you look at live performances from a lot of rap artists, a lot of it is backtracked, and then there's hype. They just hype up the crowd, whatever, and they sing certain parts or whatever. But it's very rare that I think they ever actually, sing the whole song or do or rap the whole song in whatever capacity, they can. And in this case, he did it anyway, and then at the end of the show, he did another one a cappella, which the man can sing, and man has a voice that you're like, oh, wow, they don't actually do a lot to that in editing. Like, when they're actually producing that album, they don't really now that I heard him sing like that, they don't actually do that much, and that was very impressive to me. I was really happy and pleased to see that. It really exceeded my expectations of what I thought I was going to get out of it, and I was really happy with it. It was a really great show. Terrible venue. District 9 sucks a dirty fucking dick, just for reference. But short of that, awesome show. Had a great time, but and that was cool. I'm hoping to go see Vince Staples in February.
I don't know who that is.
That's the realest gentleman out there. In my opinion, he's awesome.
Is he a hip-hop artist?
Yes, rap, hip-hop. But Vince Staples is a very talented dude, too.
Would I like him? Or would I wouldn't care for him?
I don't know how much when you're in traffic you picture yourself doing a drive-by or gangbanging, but I mean, if that's your flavor of that day, that's a gentleman who's about that life. So that might be next time, you want to picture on your way to your 9 to 5 that you're dealing drugs. That's the soundtrack for that. Vince Staples is...
Yeah, that's not the hip-hop I listen to. I listen to, I don't even know if this is hip-hop. You ever listen to Ghostmane?
Ghostmane? I think I know. Is that the white dude with all the fucking tattoos and shit? That's a terrible description. That's everybody on SoundCloud ever. Sorry.
I guess it's started the SoundCloud guy.
I think he's blonde.
White hair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
not the dead one.
No, that's Lil Peep.
Yeah.
Rip. Not familiar with Ghostmane.
You might like him. You might like him because it's dumb dub parts.
Possibly. But I think I've heard one song from him with a video attached, and I was not impressed.
It's on the free setup playlist.
Oh, God.
You might have missed it.
Oh, God.
I've been skateboarding a lot lately. I don't know if you saw that.
True.
Got my membership to the Cellar. It's a 24-hour skate park.
I think I saw a show there.
Yeah, the Snake Charmer. They played there.
Okay. Yeah. That was an interesting time. That's an interesting place to catch a show, I suppose. It was
Shallow Views played. Depreciator might have played.
No, Narrow Vision played.
Yeah, Narrow Vision played.
No, it was a fun place to see a show, just because you're standing in the bottom of, a ramp, a half pipe. It's a hell of a place. It's got a decently open area.
Did you see the bowl, by any chance?
Down in the basement?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching, that dude Tim from Shotzi was there at the time. I could be wrong, but I believe I've seen somebody skating down there during that show.
Mad fun.
Looks like fun.
I'm going tomorrow.
Yeah?
So fun.
How much does a membership cost?
$50 a month.
Really? But you can get in there.
But you can get there anytime you want. The lock is literally on my phone. It's one of those touch locks.
Get the fuck out of here.
And there's other Philly warehouses you can go skate in too.
At any time of the day?
24 hours.
That's worth it.
Yeah.
That's better than a gym membership.
We can go right now. I mean, it's 7:30, but if you wanted to go at 4 a.m., probably could.
Well, I mean, that's a place to go. Fucking hang out for a bit, do some skating, and fucking, as long as you're not doing anything reckless, I'm sure they're pretty...
Can't smoke cigs in there.
Can't smoke cigs in there?
No.
Gotta keep it classy.
Always.
What possessed you to start getting back boarding around? What happened with that?
I don't know, man. I stopped for 6 years. And just stopped doing it. I stopped really caring, focused on other stuff. Mm-hmm. But now that I have a job, steady income, it's going to fucking do it. I don't have to worry about anything.
Let's just do that.
I'm just going to do it. It's just fun. I forgot how much fun it was. I used to love it when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't the best at it, but I always had fun doing it.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I paintball. It's just
it was kind of scary dropping in for the first time in 6 years.
Oh, I'm sure.
It was just kind of like this. For those in podcast land, you kind of can't see it, but kind of just weary on it, on my board, off my board, on my board, off my board.
Thinking about it.
And just going for it. And first time I think I fell, but the second time I got it, and it was a nice moment, blissful moment.
I tried to drop in one time.
Yeah.
One time. Yeah. My buddy had I guess it'd be a quarter pipe. In the back of his in his backyard, and they would go, up and down, all white, all great. I was fat at the time. I still am fat, but I was fatter. And I just like to hang out and
Did you
skate.
bust your ass?
Oh, well, yeah, baby.
Did you lean all the way back?
So no, I leaned too far forward. If you let me finish the goddamn story. I was standing on top of the ramp, and I was getting them. They were all gassing me up, and I thought, you know what? play that song. I like pointed down and
Play
I like,
Thunderstruck by AC/DC.
No, it was Skulls by Misfits. I was like, this will give me the punk power that I need to get down this fucking ramp. And let me explain something to you. There ain't no punk power in the world that can defy fucking gravity. Because as soon as I leaned forward, they were like, yeah, you gotta lean forward enough. Don't lean back. You crack the back of your head. I'm like, all right. I leaned forward so far that I just went over the board and then just right onto my knees in the middle of the ramp. And I just...
That's what Dan did. Fucked his knee up.
Oh, man, it was terrible. And then I, like, because you can hear that. As soon as you hit, and you just hear all your friends go, ooh. They don't immediately start laughing. If you get the ooh, that means you shouldn't have done that. So
why do we encourage that?
Why do we encourage that? We thought that would be a better ending, and it was not. So that
we'll
was
get,
the only time.
we'll get. Do you have any desire to do it?
What, to skate? No, I've only ever injured myself on a piece of wood with wheels.
Would you come hang out? Or
Yeah,
would you
absolutely.
Get bored? Be like, I want to go.
Absolutely. Give me a camera, I'll film you.
Let's go.
Okay, that's what I used to do. I could skateboard flat. You need me
Okay.
to go in a straight line? All about it. Down a hill? Not so much. Up a hill? I'll walk. Anywhere else in between that, if it's in the air, not happening.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll come. Do you ever go to FDR?
FDR? I've been there.
One of my favorite.
Do you ever
places.
go to Borderline in Westchester?
What is that?
That
Part
was
of the
a
mall?
warehouse.
Part of the warehouse. No.
Yeah, that was in the industrial district, like near
Is it
the
still there?
scrapyard. No, it's not there anymore. But Bam used to ride through there once in a while and skate. Fucking. I'm trying to think. There aren't many other skate parks I've ever been to. That was the only couple, because when I was around the people that were doing that, that was the ones that were open. So we would go down to FDR every once in a while and hang out down there, and then you come back up, and if you were on a regular day, you would just go to Westchester because it was closer. I mean, all the way from Downingtown, that's a pretty fucking far hike to go down to
South Philly every time.
Yeah, at 15, 16, that's that's damn near like a Lord of the Rings pilgrimage. Like, you're gonna have walking trees with you by the time you get down there.
Very true.
But I was a punk kid. Like, before I was ever into metal and before high school and all that, I was a punk kid. So, like, you hang, the punk kids skate. That's what they do.
Yeah.
That's what they like to do. So I was always around it, but I never was good at it. So, like, it has no nostalgia for me. I'm not like, man, I wish I could get back on the board. No.
See, that was me.
Yeah, you had nostalgia.
I was kind of
about it.
bitching and moaning about it, and Ellie was like, all right, I'm just going to get you a skateboard for your birthday. She got me a skateboard for my birthday.
I was like, well, I got to use this now.
It's a good time.
Fucking A.
So, yeah. That was 2018.
2018. Gained some people.
And
lost
beyond.
some people. Here we are.
We lost some people.
Yeah.
Yeah. R.I.P. Mean Gene.
R.I.P. Mean Gene.
No, that was 28. That was like the first death of 2018.
Yeah.
But yeah. You wanna call it?
What do I want to call it? I'd like to close with hope for the future.
Closing ceremony?
Closing ceremony of the first episode. We're going to commit. We're going to commit. We're going to get past our commitment
to our
issues.
first list. We're gonna commit to all of our listeners.
All of
who
our
listen
listeners.
past 22 seconds into it.
Shout out Billy Andre.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think you'll get it this far.
No.
If you do get this far, Billy, let me know.
Let me know.
And then you'll redeem yourself to come on.
The secret word is dodo.
Let me know. Normally when we ask someone to come on and they'll say no the first time, that means they're done.
Strictly by you.
Strictly by me,
That's
because
you.
that's just me.
That's it. You dub once, you are forever dubbed.
Absolutely, there's a whole list of them.
There's a whole list of them.
That's why we couldn't do them all.
Oh my god, that was our fucking... that was our cutoff procedure. Fucking everybody beating down the door to get on the Carbon Talk podcast.
A lot of people were beating down the door at first. Like, yo, let me get on and talk. But it was just like, all right, what do you want to talk about? And they're just... they could not offer nothing.
No, the only
Or
one...
they could offer stuff and then be down and then not answer and then they're dubbed.
Dubbed hard. It's a strict dub list.
So in 2019, let's not have any dubs. Let's have nice, fun guests. Maybe some repeat customers like we've been talking about.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We're gonna try to put some content out there.
Trying to get on the streets.
That's what we need to do. We have to commit to hopefully adding a new Carpet Talk feature, and hopefully getting a not live, but a out and about recording of of one of these shows. I mean, this is what we talk about all the time. All the shows that we get to go to, the venues that we see, all that dumb shittery. Let's go to one and actually get a podcast started.
We got a new Instagram. It's at Carpet Talk Pod. Formerly it was TCT. What was it?
That was the.
It was the old.
Remember.
The old one was the TCT podcast, but now forgot the password to the old one.
Mm-hmm.
Instagram won't let us back in, so now it's Carpet Talk Pod on Instagram. We have 42 followers now.
Do we really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Good
42
time.
people care.
No.
We missed you, podcast land, and we're back.
And better than ever. Thanks. Love ya.
Bye.
Bye.